I don't know if this is the conservatives are August 21st, 2012. I don't really know if I can put this whole Akin thing in perspective accurately. For everybody to understand, the knee-jerk reaction of what's going on is appalling. I want to go over what Akin had to say. What he had to say was that he thought that he had heard some medical reports saying that a pregnancy during rape was rare. Now, I'll stay on this point for a second. How many of us in this country, being medical doctors, know whether that statement was accurate or not prior to this controversy? Now, since the controversy, doctors have come out and said, well, no, it's not true. But before the controversy, we didn't understand it. Nobody understood whether or not this was true or not. It was not an outlandish statement. It was not a ridiculous statement. It might have been wrong, with a legitimate debate discussing this issue. There's nothing that Akin said in that part of the controversy that was unrealistic, out of the norm, or even unreasonable. In the beginning, the controversy was centering around a phrase when he said that he was in legitimate rape, that he had heard doctors saying it was rare. And the word legitimate was pounced upon by the left because it somehow was offensive in its nature, that you couldn't link the word legitimate and rape together. But it isn't that far out of ordinary to link those two. And I pointed out in my video yesterday, they could be discussing the difference between, Akin could have been, between statutory rape and real rape. And by the way, real is a legal term to talk about real crimes that are violent crimes, as opposed to nonviolent crimes. It's not the term real is not offensive or out of the ordinary. It is a term of art to describe the nature of a crime. The word legitimate is I might have chose a different word, but it is totally fine. And this controversy has come down on Akin for using the word legitimate, which he could have been talking about statutory rape. He could have been talking about other issues. It was not out of the realm of possibility or normalcy for these words to be put into play. The real issue is that he said that in the case of rape and there's a pregnancy, he does not support abortion because there is an innocent human being involved. That's his crime to the left. The left is not arguing that they brought up this stuff about legitimate and the doctor's opinions about how rare pregnancy is in a violent rape. They brought those up to mask their disgust at anyone who would say that in the case of a rape, that abortion is wrong. And so that was what the debate. But I'll tell you this right now, the problem is not with the left. It's not with the mainstream media. They're crucifying another conservative. The problem is with the Republican Party. The problem is with, and I hate to say this, the problem is with a person like Rush Limbaugh, who understands that this was wrong, understands that the attack on Akin is about abortion and not what he said. The problem is with Hannity, Limbaugh, and the worst problem. I'm telling you this right now. I have come to the conclusion that there is a serious character flaw in Mitt Romney. And I got to say this, I'm reaching the conclusion that there's something wrong with the character of Mitt Romney. It isn't that he is ordinarily wimpy. It is that he is obsessively politically correct, obsessively moderate, and quite frankly, creepy at times. When he calls this offensive language, he said, this is offensive, that I was disgusted that someone would talk like this. This is horrible what Romney said. And everybody's fallen on this. Cronin, McConnell, attacking Akin. Again, think about what was said. Think about the words that were said and how totally ordinary they were. And we crucify another conservative for it. I don't know if we can possibly recover from this. I am disappointed with Rush Limbaugh. I've been disappointed with Sean Hannity for a long time. I think he's jumped the shark a long time ago. I hate to think that Rush Limbaugh has, but I'll tell you, he was so wrong on this. And here's Limbaugh has all his career said we got to be on the offensive, we got to be tough. And the first time it's critical, real critical, where everybody's against this guy, and Limbaugh could have stood out. He caves, and it's terrible. This is the Conservatives Are. See you next time.